All right, let's talk about something we've all run into. You find the absolute perfect image for something, but there's a catch. It's too small, or maybe it's just a blurry mess. Well, today, we're going to dig into a tool that claims it can fix that exact problem in just a few seconds. We're talking about the Nero AI Image Upscaler.
You know the feeling, right? You've spent forever hunting for that one specific image, for a project, maybe a presentation, or just a new phone wallpaper. And then you find it, but it's tiny. The second you try to make it bigger, it just explodes into a bunch of pixels. So frustrating.
Or maybe it's the other scenario. The picture is the right size, but none of the details are sharp. It's all soft and kind of smeared, and you can't really make out the important stuff because, well, the whole thing is just blurry. And then there's this nightmare, that weird, grainy texture you get from a photo taken in low light. Or what about those strange, blocky squares all over a picture you downloaded from social media? That stuff is called compression artifacts and digital noise. And let me tell you, it can absolutely ruin a perfectly good image.
So yeah, all of this combined, it's what we can call the pixelated image problem. It's that shared universal frustration of having a digital photo that just isn't good enough for what you need it for.
And this problem pops up everywhere, doesn't it? It's that screenshot someone sent you where you can't actually read the text. It's that beautiful family photo from years ago that's way too small to print out and put in a frame. Or, grabbing images for a work presentation that just make the whole thing look kind of cheap and unprofessional. It's a real everyday headache.
But what if you could fix all of that? And what if it only took a few clicks? Well, this is where the Nero AI Image Upscaler steps in, promising a pretty powerful AI-driven solution to all these common issues.
So, what is this thing exactly? Put simply, it's a tool made by Nero software that uses artificial intelligence to automatically make your pictures better. It enhances them, it makes them bigger, and it brings back detail and clarity you thought were lost. And it does it all super fast.
Okay, so let's get into the fun part. How does it actually pull this off? What's the AI doing behind the scenes that feels like, well, like magic?
First up, the headline feature here is size. We're talking about the ability to enlarge your images by up to 400%. That is 4 times the original size. And it's not just stretching the pixels. The AI is intelligently adding new detail to keep everything looking sharp.
Now, what's really cool is how simple it is. You don't have to be some kind of photo editing guru to use this. It's literally a 3-step process. You pick your picture, you choose a couple of settings, and then you just let the AI take over. It's designed to be quick and incredibly easy for anyone to use.
So this is what the AI is actually fixing. It's been trained to spot and get rid of those ugly JPEG artifacts. It cleans up the grainy noise you get from camera shots in the dark. And it sharpens up those blurry edges, basically rebuilding textures to bring back all that lost detail.
And it's not just a one-trick pony either. It can boost the overall quality of any photo, and it can even restore and add color to old black and white pictures, which is pretty amazing. Plus, and this is a big one, if you have a whole bunch of images to fix, you can do them all at once with batch processing. And yeah, it supports all the common file types you'd expect.
Now, this next part is a really big deal, especially these days. Privacy. A lot of online tools make you upload your photos to their servers. Not this one. Everything is processed right there on your own computer. Your photos are never uploaded anywhere, which means they stay completely private. That's huge. So, who is this actually for? I mean, who'd get the most out of this? Let's walk through a few real-world examples.
Okay, if you're a student, picture this. You're sitting way in the back of a huge lecture hall. You snap a quick photo of the blackboard. With this, you can take that blurry pic and turn it into sharp, totally readable notes. No more squinting trying to figure out what that diagram was.
For my designers out there, this could be a massive time saver. Instead of hunting for hours for that perfect, super high-res stock photo, you can find one you like, even if it's a bit small, and just quickly boost its quality to fit your project.
And we have all been here, right? A coworker sends you that blurry, low-quality screenshot. This tool lets you instantly sharpen it up so you never miss an important number on a chart or a key detail in the document ever again.
And hey, it's not just for work or school. If you're a photo collector, a hobbyist, or maybe you're the meme maker for your friend group, this lets you work with much better source material. It just makes everything you create look sharper and way more professional.
All right, so let's say you're interested. You're thinking, I could definitely use this. The last question is, how do you get it? And what's the smartest way to go about buying it? You basically have 2 main options here.
If you're all about convenience and you like keeping all your software in one place, buying it on Steam is a fantastic choice. But if your #1 goal is to get the absolute best price, it's probably worth shopping around on some other digital stores, because sometimes they have bigger sales.
And here is a fantastic pro tip for anyone who's on the fence. If you do end up buying it on Steam, you can actually try it out for up to 2 hours. If you decide it's not for you within that window, you can get a full refund, no questions asked. It's a completely risk-free way to see if it's a good fit.
You know, this brings us to a bigger, more interesting question. What's really a game changer about tools like this is that they're making really powerful photo editing accessible to absolutely everyone, not just pros with super expensive software. So it makes you wonder, as AI gets even smarter and becomes a bigger part of our lives, how is it going to change the way you create, the way you share, and even the way you remember things? It's a pretty cool thing to think about. Thanks for tuning in.